Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Look at the spin. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 9. Yard line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Credit to tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. 14. Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Now they'll run on the draw. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Steps away to his left. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there'll be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
And they'll go on the ground. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crack everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The last two plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Right back to him on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll set up to throw.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now the Titans getting set to go. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover like that. I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Wilson being chased out left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out right at the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Escaping the pressure right. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Everyone's got 4 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit. Hot. Hot.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. It's caught inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And they'll go on the ground, and he'll get this down only to the 18. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll drop the throw, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry up.
Gotta go. 14. Good.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
He'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Montgomery. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Detroit!
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A big play there for Indy. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff looking right. Spinning away. Space to run past the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll get it up the middle. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? In a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Watch it now, Barney. Gun.
He'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Gun.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Lucky 56. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete here. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing right, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans are just an extra point away from moving out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the third. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
That's caught by Montgomery. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. This is taken at the 15. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Gone! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back now in Indianapolis. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction. And now look at him go. 30, 20.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Lutz with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He's going to look deep down the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
throw here. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Going deep for Diggs. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A good pickup there, a 22.
I feel for some of these guys nowadays because it is so tough to be able to run with these tight ends. Their speed, their elusiveness, especially when they run across the field. Because you're not just running with him, you're trying to run through some traffic as well.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gone! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, you got to feel pretty good as a defense.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
There's something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Now another timeout here called by the Titans as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Wasn't a ton of space, but a great move. He's able to work it to the 20-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Colts on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. And they'll run it here. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur in the end, but what a game all the way through.